And don't let your emotions get control of you guys. Don't let that happen, seriously, because otherwise you'll end up doing things like that. He's so angry.
How many rounds have we got left on this anyway? Because I can only see where they pick the players. So we've got 3 rounds left or 4 rounds?
We'll call it 4 rounds.
4 rounds, okay.
All right, so this is where we sit, right? I've got my running backs that I like. I've got my wide receivers, my tight end. I've got all the guys I want. So now we start looking at 10. You got to start looking for upside and value. I think you guys both agree with me. Where can you find the most upside and value? It's not necessarily, everything that you would want in a player, but there are still nice things that go on with that player. And I have a couple choices here. And I'm going to take him because I believe that he can have a crazy year. And if I'm wrong with the one guy, I'll be right with the other. And I could bookend these players. But I still believe in the talent of Antonio Brown at 10. I know that I've got a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they're the best offense in the league. So I'm not worried about 30 points being split 3 ways, right? Anybody else with me? No?
No, I agree 100% with you.
So now here's my other question. And again, I like loading up on talent, and I think that the running back position for me has been basically sucked dry. I don't believe that I don't want a running back that has to be working behind Christian McCaffrey. I don't want Phillip Lindsay. I don't want him in Houston. Do I want Jamal Williams in a timeshare with a million other backs in Detroit? That's assuming Detroit's going to be winning football games, which I don't think that's going to be happening. Does anybody else like do Lions?
No,
Let's go Lions.
I think they're going to be playing from behind all season.
Right. So I don't want any of those guys. So I just took Antonio Brown and maybe against best judgment, but I took Antonio Brown. So now we got to sit here. What guys do you like? Do you like Mike Williams? I do like Mike Williams. We got Darnell Mooney sitting there. It's still a little muddy in Chicago. We don't know if it's going to be the rifle or if it's going to be Fields. We don't know those things.
But Mooney has worked with both of them in camp and still looks good regardless of who's taking the pass attempts from.
He does, but for me, I'll tell you what. Everybody's left this place, and I want a piece of this team. And I think he's been more consistent. The hype train hasn't quite started. But people are starting to talk and chatter, and he's going to have to get more targets just based on the fact that they haven't signed anybody else. So I'm going to go with Mecole Hardman in Kansas City because I know what Patrick Mahomes is. Don't you guys?
I'm kind of torn between 2 players at the moment.
Talk to us. I'll tell you who not to pick.
Well, I'm going to go for a guy that has been rock solid his whole career. Just moved team to the Jags from the Detroit Lions. Marvin Jones is very much an OBJ, but maybe a little bit of a lower tier. But Marvin Jones has always been reliable when called upon. And I just see Marvin Jones being the guy that Lawrence looks for. Only because of his knowledge of the game, but just his ability to work the middle of the field. And I just think this guy is going to be uber productive for a guy you get late in the draft.
How dare you take Brandon's last Jacksonville Jaguar? I got him, Brandon. Let me get him. That's not a very – you know what? That's like taking Damian Harris in the 9th round knowing that one of your friends is a Patriots fan. That's just not a very nice thing to do.
Oh, so here I'm going to double dip with the tight ends, and since Evan Ingram could flop, so I want to get another one that I could play, and he's been getting some hype in the off season now that Jared Cook left New Orleans. So I'm going to look at Adam Troutman.
That's very risky.
Yeah. So I figure why not get 2 risky tight ends and then hope one of them hits. So that's what I'm gonna go with here. Most of the other ones here, Austin Hooper didn't seem to get enough targets in Cleveland because they have Harrison Bryant that they like too.
Hmm.
And I just
Point.
don't trust anything with the Patriots offense, even though I love Johnny Smith. So I'm going to go with Troutman.
Troutman, that was Rambo's commander, wasn't it? Commander Troutman.
Okay, and here I've just got to go with a guy I've been talking about even before the draft, all off season, how much I loved him and how great I think he's going to be. Reports out of Jets camp is that he looks amazing and he's impressing everyone. So I'm going to go with Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
I really
Yeah.
like him a lot, and I think they're going to throw a lot of short passes, get the ball out of Zach Wilson's hands, get it out in space, and I think Elijah Moore will really do well in his rookie season.
Nice pick. I like that. And I think Zach Wilson's going to have a good year too. I know everybody's rooting against the kid because
Jack,
he's.
you're going to guess this one.
I already got it. I
Who
already know
was
what you're
that?
taking.
Who was a high on last year that's still left?
Okay, so for my money, who I think you would draft, right? You want me to pick your pick?
It's going to be a wide receiver.
I'm already there. Yeah, I'm gonna pick your pick for you. Ready? I don't have the ability to do it, but he's gonna pull the rugs out from underneath my feet, is he not?
No, it's my main guy. My main sleeper
I'm
from last
sorry.
year.
I can't believe I missed him. You're right. Go ahead, take him.
Have a guess. Go on then. For fans, you can.
Russell Gage.
Yes. Now that Julio Jones has gone, it's Russell Gage time to get to 1,000 yards this year.
I appreciate that because I am not as high on Russell Gage. I already have a guy in Atlanta, so I didn't want to be pressured into taking him anyway. And I thought you were going to do to me what I already did to you. So I will take the guy with the highest upside, and the only other guy that's left that can outrun the field. That's Henry Ruggs. And I understand he had an underwhelming rookie season, but we also didn't have an off season. The talent's there.
No, I agree. Yeah.
He's a track star. And it comes back to me again. And I'm all about upside. So what do we have sitting here? J.D. McKissick. I don't love that.
Are we going for kickers and defenders?
Yeah, we're gonna stick around, right? We're hanging out. Brendan,
No,
fun?
are we picking kickers and defenders, or if we don't pick them, are you gonna?
We can pick them. It'll only take a few more minutes.
It's only the
Yeah.
last two rounds, and if you don't like it, I'll kick and defend it. How about that? So, all right. So we look through the running backs. They're kind of picked over. I don't terribly hate Tariq Cohen here because I think he does add some kind of value to rookie quarterback, which, spoiler alert, he's going to be starting. It won't be Andy Dalton. I don't care what the head coach says, right? Do you guys really think Andy Dalton's going to be starting? Come on. Le'Veon Bell, I don't like Le'Veon Bell because Le'Veon
Bell won't have a team until him and Todd Gurley won't have a team until the first couple of weeks of the season. So you've got no idea where they're going to end up.
So we're all into taking chances here, and for me, I don't want to take Cohen. I don't think I'll need him. I think I could waiver wire one of these guys later. Whether it's Tevin Coleman starts, because that could be a possibility, right? We're starting to see that, Brandon.
Yeah, definitely possibility.
Injuries. James White's still left here. I'll leave him for Matthew though, because I know that he's got to take his heart. He does a little bit. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do though. They drafted this guy high. This is what, right? They drafted this guy high, and they had great expectations for him, and they went out and they spent money on offense this year. So I'm going to take Kadarius Toney of the New York Giants. What do you think about that pick?
I would have got that. I don't know if he's going to be a return man, but I just need, for me, I just would want to see how he fits into the system first, because you've still got Sterling Shepard, you've still got Darius Slayton, you've got Kenny Golladay, you've got Evan Ingram, you've got Saquon Barkley that's also going to be catching passes as well. So there's lots of people to feed.
Spoiler alert, I think Sterling Shepard's getting cut.
But he had a good season last year.
That's great. Why did we draft Kadarius Toney in the first round? He's first-round talent is what they're telling you. And they have a quarterback. I would have been happy to take Jalen Reagor, but he doesn't have a quarterback. You know, and you guys could talk about how great Jalen Hurts is. I'm going to tell you right now, Jalen hurt Reagor last year. Your rookie didn't start because Jalen Reagor threw a ball so far. Jalen Hurts threw a ball so far behind Jalen Reagor that he extended his shoulder. Somebody crushed it, and that's where his AC joint got smashed. That's the guy throwing to your wide receiver this year. I want nothing to do with any Philadelphia wide receivers. I don't know how Brandon feels about that, but he's down in Jacksonville. He should be happy I said that. Matthew Scott, you were on the clock.
I am going to go with a third tight end. This guy is not the favorite of everybody, but at the Colts, he had 13 touchdowns. He's playing for a Steelers team where they've got great wide receivers, but he has great chemistry with Big Ben. I know what Big Ben is. I know that he's going to have bad games, but I know that Ebron can get touchdowns. So I'm going to go with Eric Ebron as cover for tight end.
I like it.
Okay, so here I've already got a couple tight ends. I've got some running backs, not all great, but I'm going to go for my second quarterback here. And I'm not actually a huge fan of his, but I think this late, and since I already have Dak, I'm not going to have to depend on him. I think he could be a buy fill-in or any if Dak misses any games. I'm going to go with Tua here. I think he's going to have a better year. I'm not as high on him as everyone else is. I think he'll be a good NFL quarterback, not necessarily elite, but I think fantasy-wise he could be a solid quarterback. So,
and Jack, don't worry, Matt Stafford is still there for you. You've not missed out.
I don't think he is actually.
Is he gone?
No, he's gone.
I know he's talented. But, oh, Jack, I'm sorry about
that. Oh, I'm not. I've got to worry about getting enough food to feed my goat.
So we're now on to another round.
Kickers and defense. Yeah, we'll do kickers and defense last. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Colts kicker, Rodrigo Blankenship, with his...
Is it on you, Brendan, or is it on me?
It's on me.
Yeah.
And with his big black glasses he always wears. So I'm going to go with him. He had a good rookie season, and they should be able to score some points. So I will go with Blankenship.
Is it safe to say you like his look better than his leg?
Probably.
The thick brim glasses. I like it. You know, sometimes you got to go with something you like on the field, right?
I'm gonna go with my kicker first, and this is a guy that I think is a very, very accurate kicker. And last year, I know he's got Tua as his quarterback. I know he's got Myles Gaskin. He's got good wide receivers this year. But I just think Jason Sanders does better in fantasy football this year. So I'm going to pick the Miami Dolphins kicker.
All righty. I guess it's down to me. And so I get the big decision here because I can do – you guys can't. The machine can touch me. The bots can touch me. But you guys can't touch me. I'm untouchable. Much like Brandon is. No, Brandon's untouchable on the back end, right? He could talk about all the guys he wants, and you could do nothing, right? He's sitting there. I can't see his one bicep, but I'm sure he's flexing it. That's what that's what we're doing. So I could do that now, right? So there's kickers out there, and kickers come and go. They're like lovers, you know? Sometimes they're your cup of tea, and sometimes they're just, you pass them by. And kickers are funny. So I'm not going to go with the kicker. I'm going to go with a defense that I believe is the best in the league. And their coach is defensive minded, and they have to be the best in the league. And they're in a division where sometimes gets sloppy weather wise. I'm going to go with the football team.
Washington.
The Washington football team. Now, if I were to redo this, and I can't, right? Obviously, I've made my selection, but I would have taken Will Lutz because I believe that Jameis Winston will throw the ball for 1,000,000 yards and also throw about 40 interceptions. Okay. That's just how he likes to do. That's how the Winston family rolls, right?